everybody, welcome to Dessert Week. This is Caryn Ross, the Fat-n-Sassy Mama, and I'm here this week to make Death by Chocolate Cheesecake. Now this recipe, believe it or not, has come from my 14-year-old babysitter slash cat handler, because as you know, Bella the cat, who likes to walk through my videos, requires not just a sitter when we're out of town on our boat, but a handler, and that would be Elise. And so thank you, Elise, for this recipe. I think everybody's gonna love it, and frankly, it's to die for. I've never tasted a better cheesecake. So here we go. What I've done is I have taken 20 Oreo cookies. You can use sandwich cookies, any kind you like. I figure if we're gonna have Death by Chocolate, let's go Oreo. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and pulsed it in my food processor. I'm going to take, let's see here, 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, ladies, this is not the time to skimp. Okay, guys, believe it or not, here she is, the star of the show, Bella Louise. She's back again. You know what's interesting, guys? She only comes into the kitchen like this, never when I'm cooking for the kids, but when I'm doing these videos. I don't know what it is. I mean, she comes in my kitchen, but here we go, guys. We're gonna pulse this up, and this is gonna be our crust. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tamp down. Tamp, of course, is a technical term with cooking. I'm gonna kind of tamp down the cookie crumbs into the bottom of my springform pan. That's gonna be our crust. Hey everyone, we're back. Got my old pink mixer out here, and I think we are ready to go. Okay, what I've got here is we're going to start with 4 sticks of our Philadelphia cream cheese. Of course, we're going to have to get a spatula though to get things going. And then what you're going to do is put it in your mixer like this. And then right here is 1½ cups of granulated sugar. And what I'm going to do is we're going to turn our mixer on, and we're going to allow the sugar and the cream cheese to mix until it's real nice and smooth. About halfway, I let it do it for about a minute to a minute and a half. I like to let it just kind of get creamy. I like the sugar will break down into the cream cheese so it's not granular. My secret here is we're going to go ahead and put in our 4 eggs. Now I don't pre-beat my eggs, I just put them in slowly one at a time. And then let it come up to speed. And then just beat away. What I do is I take a 1/4 cup of flour. Here's a great hint. If you make muffins or you make anything that you're going to suspend into a batter, nuts, chocolate chips, blueberries, anything like that, mix this up with your chocolate chips. By doing this, believe it or not, when you put it into a batter, it kind of suspends it in there so it doesn't all just hunker down to the bottom, which makes me crazy. Okay. This is my new favorite stuff in the whole world. I'm probably not supposed to talk about products, but this bourbon vanilla paste, I'm telling you ladies, I don't even use vanilla much anymore, the liquid type. I'm totally in love with this stuff. This stuff will make your foods, especially your desserts, kick up a whole nother notch. It will make this cream cheese taste like something gourmet. This is gonna taste like a cheesecake you'd get out of a fancy restaurant. So what you're going to do is this requires, let's see here, I believe it takes 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and you just measure it the same. It's like a syrup. It's basically, you can see the little vanilla beans are suspended in corn syrup, it looks like to me. And according to the directions, it's the same as your regular old vanilla. Let me just tell you ladies, do not skimp on vanilla. Do not buy the imitation stuff, you really can tell, so just don't do that. So here we go, I've added my vanilla paste in there. We're going to mix that in, and then I like to add a coffee liqueur. I find that when you cook with chocolate and you add any type of coffee to it, you just kind of kick that flavor level up a little bit. Most importantly, if you're not a drinker or you prefer not to use alcohol, just use your coffee out of your coffee pot that morning. But here we go. Here's a little secret sauce for the teachers at Truman Elementary. I will be bringing this cheesecake up to them to sit in the lounge because God knows we can't have it sitting at my house all week. Husband's out of town. Gonna be editing video, and last thing I need to be doing is eating the chocolate cheesecake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my chocolate chips. And this right here is 1 cup of chocolate chunks, not chocolate chips, I'm sorry. Do chocolate chunks. Elise was very specific. It has to be chocolate chunks. So, there we go. So we've got our coffee liqueur in there. Now we've got our chocolate chunks kind of going around in there with our flour. And then what we do, as if that's not enough, we have 14 Oreo cookies. So what we're going to do is take our 14 Oreo cookies, instead of pulsing them in the food processor, we don't want to do that because it'll make it like a dust. We kind of just want to have the chunks in there so you can get a little bit of cookie in with your cheesecake. So, nothing says masher like your potato masher. So, I just take my potato masher and I'm going to add in our cookies. Got all our stuff going here. We're going to mix that in. Let that go for a minute. And there we go. It looks great. Okay, we're going to get ready to put it in our pan, and then we'll put it in the oven, and I'll be right back. This is what your batter should look like after you've mixed it with your Oreo cookies and your chocolate chunks. We're getting ready to put our creamy mixture into our cookie crust and pop this bad girl in the oven. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Cheesecake is a labor of love. It's not a fast dessert. This is something that if you're going to make for friends, it's because you love them, because it does take some time. So what you're going to do is you've preheated your oven to 325. Very important, ladies. Preheat your oven. Do not ever put baked goods into a cold oven. Make sure, best case scenario, let it sit there for about 30 minutes. That ensures that it's come to full temp. And with a cheesecake, temperature is crucial. So here we go. We've got it all out of there. Spread it around. And we've stuck it into, we're going to stick it into our 325 degree oven. What I do is I go around with my cheesecake and I just seal the edges and make sure there's no air bubbles. Now this is a trick my grandmother taught me with cheesecakes. Cheesecakes can sometimes get air bubbles, just like a cake. So with a cheesecake, again, it's a springform pan. We do have a level of difficulty here. Just a little tap, tap, tap. And that will get any air bubbles out. I'm going to pop this in a 325 degree oven in the center. And I'm going to let her sit in there for 55 minutes. Then we're going to turn it down. Turn it all the way off, actually. Open the door slightly and let her sit for 20 minutes. Okay, guys, we've let her bake for 55 minutes, our Death by Chocolate Cheesecake. Now we're going to leave the oven door cracked and let her sit in there with the temperature off for about 20 minutes. Then we'll place her on the counter, let her cool, and then it'll go in the fridge for 8 hours. And then we'll be ready to top it. Good morning, everybody. This is Caryn. We're day 2 of our Death by Chocolate Cheesecake. It has been in our refrigerator cooling for 8 hours. It looks great, and now it's time to put our chocolate ganache topping on it. So what you're going to do is I put 1 cup of the chocolate chunks in a bowl, and then we're just going to take 1/3 cup of whipping cream. That's all ganache is whipping cream and good chocolate chips. And then I'm going to pop this bad girl in the microwave. I'm going to zap her for about a minute and stir it up. And then we're going to put it over the top. It's been zapping for about a minute. And all I do is I stir it up to incorporate really good. Get it all mixed in there nice. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is just put my chocolate ganache on top. Just like that. And go around your edges real pretty. Okay, I'm here with our done product, my Death by Chocolate Cheesecake. Looks like something you get at a gourmet restaurant and have a bite. It's chocolatey, but it's cheesecakey, and it's yummy. So, give it a try, girls. You're going to love it. Have a good day. I'll see you next week.